3 videos in this series of keyboard harmony. I showed you how to harmonise the tune Twinkle Twinkle Little Star using 3 primary triads and also with a dominant 7th chord. And then in the last video, I showed you how to transpose the melody into a different key. So I'm now going to show you how to transpose the chords into the new key. We transpose the key from C major to G major and we came up with the melody and so on. So now we need to work out the 3 primary triads and also the dominant 7th chord in the key of G major. So it's the same procedure as we used in C major. First of all, play the scale of G major and then construct a series of diatonic triads, that's 3-note chords, on every degree or every note of the G major scale. Now, the 3 primary triads, remember, are the triads chords formed on the 1st, 4th and 5th degree of the scale, which is G, C is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one, D. So G major, C major, and D major. You notice that D major has the F sharp in it, and that's because we're using the notes of the G major scale. Now, we also want the dominant 7th chord. The dominant chord, remember, is the chord on the 5th degree of a scale, in this case D major, and it becomes a 7th when you add the note 7 letter names above the root. So D is the root, count up 7 in the key of G major, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we now have a dominant 7th chord in the key of G major. So I showed you how to write the melody out in G major, so now we're going to add the Roman numerals. And now it should become clear why using Roman numerals rather than letter names such as G, C and D is very useful when you're transposing, because it makes you think of the chords in relation to the key. So we've started on chord 1, which in this key is now G major. On the E, we went to chord 4, which in this key is C major, and then back to chord 1. We then used a dominant 7th chord. Now, the C in the melody actually makes the chord dominant 7th. The left hand is just playing the D major triad, but by adding C in the melody, it makes it a D dominant 7th chord. Back to chord 1. And just here, remember the melody note is actually the 5th of the chord. So with the left hand, just play the 2 notes and then back to chord 1. The middle section we harmonised with 1, 5, 7, and again, the C in the melody makes that a dominant 7th chord. Back to 1. Now that's all I've written out because the next bit is just a repetition of those 2 bars. And the last 4 bars are the same as the first 4 bars. And as with the melody, I would encourage you to try transposing this into other keys as well. Perhaps F and D major. Use keys that you know the major scale of, so you can transpose the melody and you can work out the 3 primary triads and the dominant 7th chord. Hope you found that useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.